this has happened countless times. And saying that this is the last time, or this is the point where I change it, or any other trite phrases like that, this is legitimately another try. How about that? This is another try. This is another attempt at being honest with myself and being honest with the world. So I stopped making videos because I was going through a gambling addiction. And it's funny because I worked at a detox and I was surrounded by people who had problems with substance. And honestly, it just comes down to a mentality. It comes down to you not enjoying the situation you're in, and you chase these anything. Honestly, you chase anything at that point. And I hit rock bottom about let's say 4 times, 5 times, maybe a shit ton of times, basically. And I didn't ask for help. I told myself I was going to do it my own way. I didn't start asking for help until probably the last one. And this isn't necessarily rock bottom due to the fact that I busted out again or anything like that. It was more towards the fact that I relapsed after saying that I was going to attempt it. So this is the next attempt at recovery. So what ended up happening is I broke down to my confidant, essentially. And I didn't even go to my family, you know? So I broke down and I said, I'm done. I need help. You can't really go to places like a detox or a rehab. I mean, you can for gambling, but it's not. There's nothing there yet, I think. I don't think we're there yet. You can't take medication for some bullshit. So I did that. I was doing really well. I had 2 months. I had 2 months of nothing. I relapsed slightly with a couple scratchers. It was only $60, right, Freddie? So that happened, and I slowly I came forth with that because I tried to hold myself accountable with that confidant, and I disappointed her. And the funny thing is, I didn't disappoint myself because I was gambling again. I was, I lost. I could have won, but I lost. Whatever. And so I found that very innocent relapse. So it started happening again. I was finally on my way to paying off this huge debt, this pile of debt I accumulated, thinking that I would accomplish such great things by doing this. And it just started happening again. I started slipping into it, and I started transitioning again. I pushed everyone away. There's so many wonderful people in my life, and I pushed them all away because I was so ashamed of myself. I couldn't even look at myself most of the time, let alone my family. So it started happening again, and I kind of just went full throttle again. And that's kind of how it happens. You kind of just start slipping and then 0 to 100 real quick. And I kept it a secret again. So what I was doing was even worse than before. Instead of pushing people away, I tried to gather what I tossed, and I got closure from a few people, which was really nice. But it was worse. And so then I finally broke down to my family, and I was like, hey, I really fucked up again and again and again and again, and I'm sorry, and I want your forgiveness, but I don't want your help. It's what I noticed that I didn't do. And after this session, I started looking up videos about people quitting, and guess what I fucking found? I found exactly what I've been telling myself and exactly what I've been recording and not posting. And it's fucking disgusting. There was a phrase that I had, the time is now, and one of my friends would not necessarily mock me, but he would try to hold me accountable by saying, time is now, time is now. every time he would see me, that he would say the time is now, and he didn't necessarily trigger me, but it was the most embarrassing thing that could happen. So at this point right now, February 15th 2017, I'm gonna go a year. I'm gonna go for a year. Let's obviously recovery is about a day at a time and taking it like that, but I would love to set a goal for myself. I want a year. I want to go into what I'm going to right now. I recently got laid off, which was really weird because I haven't had a job, or I haven't not had a job in so many years. I can't even remember the last time I didn't have a job. So I'm buried in debt. I'm alone, but not really. So I'm gonna work on that. There's a lot of things that I can work on, but I want to start recording my life. I want to start making these vlogs that I watch other people make that just captivate you. They capture life, and it's so delightful to watch that because I know that I have these experiences, but I don't record them and I don't share them with people. So I think that's kind of where this channel is gonna go. I'm gonna start trucking school next week, so I'm kind of gonna go into that full throttle. And I've realized that the main reason that I have such a heavy sense of regret over my shoulders is because everything that I've attempted has been so half-assed, and then I try to reconcile with myself and say that I did everything I could, but that's total fucking bullshit, and I know that. And the fact that I didn't post anything for, I would say, at least 6 months was that reason exactly. It was me not going into everything with 100%. And even with poker and gambling, like, I wasn't going 100%. I was half-assing. I was saying I was going to do certain things. I would set criteria for myself. And all these goals that I've had, and still have, obviously, they're still here, but they just kill me. So I kind of just want to get something out there so I can have my accountability again. But I just hope that it reaches people, and if it doesn't, it's okay, because it's for me. I really do want to have this directory. This past year was really bad for me, and it's something that I haven't really been honest about. So I just hope you guys and me can enjoy this and use it as a good reference to not make terrible decisions. But to make it a positive is failing is okay. Failing a lot is okay too. But what has to happen is adjustment and planning. So if you do fail, you have something to fall back on or get back on the horse. It's my favorite saying is, are you going to bounce back or bounce backwards? And God, have I bounced backwards a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably not gonna post again for a while until I get it together. But this was really difficult to make, but I really need to do it now. So let's get it, I guess. Right? That's all we can do. But thank you guys for watching. Until the next time, we'll see. Hopefully I'm still alive and not in jail or some bullshit.